The one who gets your mind gets it all. Your mind is a prize. The battle for our minds is going on, and Satan wants to steal our minds. Our minds are the key to knowing God, and only a mind stayed on the Lord, Isaiah 26 says, can have perfect peace. Only a mind devoted to the Lord follows God's path and plan for life. God has a will for our mind, and that is for our mind to be given to the pursuit of God. So how do we bring our minds into captivities? How do we, as the writer of Hebrews says, fix our eyes on Jesus? How do we, as Paul said to Timothy, how do we discipline our minds for godliness? How do we do this? Probably the first and most powerful way to do it is to put on tight our helmet of salvation. Paul told Timothy to stir up a gift given to him. We don't know exactly what that gift was. It doesn't say in the Bible. It could have been the gift of faith. It could have been the gift of pastor teaching that Paul miraculously laid his hands on him and gave to Timothy. But that gift also came the instant God laid his hands on us, and that gift is our salvation. And the best way to get your mind under God's control is to think the truth. The helmet of salvation is what we're to wear as believers. We are to pull on and fasten tight the helmet of salvation, and energized by grace, allow God's truth to saturate our minds. You see, if you want to be a mind under God's control, and if you want to be one who brings and disciples others to have their minds under control, then you and I have to be a person who allows God to control our mind. And the most beautiful metaphor, God says, is take and wear the helmet of salvation. Every time we begin feeling like the Romans, more highly than we ought to think, or more lowly like Timothy was than we ought to think, we should strap on our helmet of salvation. Do you have a God-controlled mind? God wants you to have a God-controlled mind. And He wants to energize you by His grace to live that way.